make California great again. And only thing I have to say, this is a bunch of bull crap, because I ain't having nobody spend my tax dollars for some illegals. You cannot come to my neighborhood and sell in my neighborhood and do whatever you want. Now, I don't care what none of them say, because they ain't even supposed to be here. And in 10 days, we're gonna find out the moment of truth. Now, as far as I live in the hood, I remember Janice Hahn last time, you said they were the valedictorians. Valedictorians, the top 1%. Hey, you don't live in my hood. I know those candy houses they got in the projects are secretly heroin houses. They sell dope. Hey, nobody had more cocaine in the 80s than the Pisces. That's the ones, the illegals from it. They was the ones that sold black folks cocaine in order to sell. I got all the goods because all me, my cousin, my family, we live amongst them, okay? And in the jails, there's 4 times as many of them as black. Every kind you go along, I'm gonna tell all your stuff. On Olympic, you can go up in there and you can buy all them fake IDs. There's so much fake. I'm gonna expose everything, and all these good citizens, I'm gonna let you know. You're gonna see about all of it. Make California great again. We're gonna handle this. If you guys don't, I will. And if Mr. Trump would have lost, I'd have organized some brothers and we put all your asses under some citizens arrest who ain't legal. And then we get some lawyers to make sure.
You know what? This is not a conversation with the audience.
Well, I'm dealing with you now because I don't like.
You are not dealing with me.
Okay,
you want to testify?
I'm talking.
You testify forward to the board.
You're wasting my time because I don't like your attitude anyway. I like you all right. I like your attitude, but I don't like your decisions. Your daddy was great. Your brother was a one-termer, and if you don't watch yourself, you'll be a one-termer. I love Captain Barber. I like you. But just don't be with that bull crap. And that Uncle Tom nigga there, right there, you got to go.
How's it going, folks? This is FVL Leos. So, I just showed you guys that video because I wanted people to understand that it's not just me talking about illegal immigration and how it's not a great thing for the black community or just the minority community inside the interior of the United States in general. This goes from California, where he's at. I call him a California legend because he is, for being brave enough to do that in a state where the gangbangers are afraid to talk about illegal immigration and South American gangs. The point is, he pointed out some interesting things. He pointed out that the politicians in California, just the politicians in general, like to raise these illegals up as valedictorians, great students, hard workers. They totally ignore the fact that most of these people are criminals. Most of these people have bad intentions. They come into your neighborhoods with drugs. They come into your neighborhoods with gangs and different cultures that are anti-American. This is what this man is pointing out. He's so angry that he's got a mob of angry immigrants, illegal immigrants, probably just regular immigrants also, with green cards and visas or whatever. But they're all behind him, trying to intimidate him, and he's looking right at them and saying, I'm going to expose all of you. And he's doing it with no fear. You have to respect that. Because black people, for the most part today, all they do is make excuses for these mostly Latinos. Black people will make every excuse in a book for some Latinos. I remember when I was talking to Yvette Carnell and her friend Tone Talks got on the line, and they were both caping for these illegal immigrants that torture black people, especially on the West Coast where Tone Talks lives. They torture black people. They chase them out of their communities. And all he could say was I was racist for talking about the illegal immigration problem, which makes him a coward in my eyes. These people love to rant about white people and how bad white people treat us. But white people are the only ally we have inside this world. You know what I'm saying? If we were in the hands of Chinese, Arab, even Latino people, African people, if we were in the care of any of these other races, we would be literally still in chains. And if you want some proof of that, go look at Libya and the slave market out there. Look at China. Look at the South America and Latino countries, where in all of those places, black people are still oppressed 10 times more than they are in the United States. So, this man right here pointing out the fact that illegal immigration is a problem, wearing his MAGA hat inside of the city council, and testifying to all the terrible things that are happening inside his community because of it, is commendable, to say the least. I have to reiterate that, listen, I don't have a personal issue with people of a different nationality, race, or anything of that nature, religion, creed, whatever you want to call it. The point is having a negative impact on American citizens. Sometimes your religion clashes with our religion. This is the reason why people that come to migrate to this country are supposed to assimilate to the life that we live as Americans. Nobody's gonna go over to Saudi Arabia and start living an American life. You'll die, or you'll be killed, murdered, or imprisoned if you go over there and try to change the way that they do things. In China, if you do anything inside the mainland that is a breakaway from what they do in everyday life, prison for you. Like, this is the way it goes in almost every country. But in America, you expect us to just let people come into our communities, totally warp them into many states of their own country, and do it with a smile. And black people are largely at fault. This isn't just a political issue where Democrats are imposing these things on us. Black people are welcoming this shit in, excuse my language, and then complaining about it and blaming Trump. I mean, this is crazy. This is exactly why so many black people and Latino people and just people of the minority in this country are starting to back Trump so much, because it's starting to be ridiculous that when they watch TV and they watch all of their pro-black leaders, for lack of better words, make excuses for everything that comes along with the illegal immigration and just migration in general. I think just regular migration should be halted for a certain period of time until we can stabilize ourselves in this country as a country. There's no right for you to come here and impose yourself on the American public. I don't think that's a crazy stance to have. And again, this video is just so powerful because this man has no fear. He reminds me of myself, actually, not to try and boast or anything, but he reminds me of myself. I'm the only person. It's like when I talk about these things, black people start whispering and stuff like that, or trying to, beat around a bush instead of just talking about the problem. And that's the problem, the same problem that Donald Trump is exposing and trying to fix. And that's why this guy has a MAGA hat on. That's why he's saying, make America great again. This guy is a California legend. I made this video specifically to salute him. I'm going to try to find his name and update this video and talk about it a little bit more, because we need more of that. We need our local governments and our national governments paying attention to this. And I believe as long as we have Mr. Trump in office, he's going to be focusing on this, because he wants to make America great again for Americans first. And then we can start letting some people come in, people who want to assimilate and become a part of the American way of life. You can keep your God, you can keep your culture and all that, but you still have to assimilate to the American way of life. You don't come here and impose your way of life, and you certainly don't come here and start terrorizing the locals so that we can make more room for your people. Absolutely ridiculous. Shame on any black person that's trying to make an excuse for this. And again, salute to this California legend. I'm going to leave it right there. And yeah, get in the comments. Let me know what you think about this California legend. Do you think he's an asshole, excuse my language, or do you think he's a superhero like I do? Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.
Black country, young rebels, revolutionaries fighting for what's right. Your thrones are too high, you need to come back down to earth. We're real people, you fall, we still see you. You're lost, we won't leave you, I promise that. What the hell does it mean to act your own age? I said forget what's sin, I make my own wave. Prodigy went to his grave, trying to save you niggas from yourself. Black Contra men are brave.